Good morning, afternoon, something like that. Welcome back to NexusCraft. Remember to grab your Advent items from the marketplace. I have already grabbed mine. I went ahead, looked up the requirements for the Iron Golem farm. Turns out this farm is supremely easy if you manage to get the size proper. There is a slight issue with the size, and that is that it is a 21 by 21, which means it's an odd number, and that's kind of a bit of an issue, as we have an even number area here. Now I shall actually pause for a moment. There we go, that's a little bit better. Loading back in. I had to turn on the chunk visualization texture pack because this is a 16 by 16 area. However, we don't need 16 by 16, we need 21 by 21. Therefore, this entire build is too small because this is only 17, 18. Yeah, this is an 18 by 18. I needed 21 by 21 apparently. Yeah, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Let's see. I need... Here, I'll just gather up these and I'll just measure out how big 21 actually is here. Okay, I will measure it 16, 17, 18, 19. Sorry, 17, 18. No. It's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, this should be the 20, not the 21. Meaning 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Therefore, I need to borrow one of these, because I need 21. And then I'll just go along the outside as a bit of a trace to keep things measured. Okay, so that's 21 in that direction, right? Oh, no, that was 22. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you just have difficulty planning this type of stuff out sometimes. The easy way is to actually map it out from the center. There is a very, very basic way to map out the center of the entire build. And that is to just basically draw a line between the chunk boundaries, corner to corner, and then where that X is the center of your farm. However, since this is an odd-sized farm, we will be making use of the chunk boundary in the same mindset as the spawning mechanics, which basically means that the chunk boundary will be used as though it is 2 wide, but planned as though it is 3 wide. Oops, did not intend to do that. There we go. Now, before I go picking up any more, I shall use some in order to prevent creating a second stack of items. And now we have the center of our iron farm. Because we have already located the center of the chunk. That being said, however, we want to make use of the entirety of this build, which means we actually need to expand this by 1. As for which corner to expand, this is the southeast corner, therefore we want the southwest corner and northwest corner over here. And we have a 16 by 16. Now, we already have our spawning platform. This is the spawning platform. We want to expand this spawning platform out this way. And then we shall maneuver our cats over to this side. This shall be where the cats are collected and disposed of. They say to dig out 2 in order to build a proper location for the cats. I think I might modify this build just a little bit and try and get a quad iron golem farm running. I know I won't need that much iron immediately. However, I do plan to need that iron eventually. Might not be immediate, but I will eventually want that much iron. Is it night now? No. Is it night now? Yes. Okay. I will eventually need that much iron. The reason why I want that much iron is very straightforward. I want to be able to have an efficient as well as effective iron golem farm. Okay, now I want to build out to here, this section, which will be providing the iron golems. I accidentally deleted one too many water sources there, but it is fine. I need to place a water source here. Map out to where it stops and build there. The reason why this works, hi Ghost Block, thank Thank you. The reason why this works is because there will be a large quantity of beds that are going to be placed in. The beds will be measuring out the number of potential villagers which can spawn in this village. The number of villagers which can spawn in a village is directly dictated by the number of beds in that village. If there are 10 beds, then it can spawn a iron golem. If there are not 10 beds, then it cannot spawn an iron golem. It is a very, very simple equation. Grab another 2 stacks here, because I need to actually gather up this. Why am I placing those? I shouldn't be placing those. Okay. I need to gather up this because I need to figure out how much material is needed in order to fulfill this this build. The reason why I want this specific line of blocks all the way on the end is specifically because that is where the water will no longer be able to push the iron golem. And I want to specifically invert that flow of water to be stopping right here. Therefore, if I were to place a bucket of water, for example, right here, I would know that that water would flow all the way to here. Oh wait, that measurement is not accurate. I need to expand this out by 1 on all sides. Entirely inaccurately measured that. My mistake, but that's why I measure twice. I need to expand this out by 1 on all sides. I thought it seemed a little small. Okay. Now that I have resolved that clerical issue of accidentally mismeasuring just how far I want the water to go, I can very easily assess the footprint of my farm through the use of standard measurement methods. I can accurately just look at the farm and be like, okay, this is how much I need. Okay, let's pick this up. Put that in. There we go. This material installed because I need to have all of this planned out so that I can just build up and then fill in once I have all of the walls. It's much easier that way. It is a very effective method of building up your farms if you are interested. You are very easily and rapidly able to go through the process of mapping out the entirety of your farm by just building up from the corners specifically, but just building up from the walls is additionally just as effective. We do have an entire chunk of material here, by which I mean a 16 by 16 area. I am aware that we have a lot of extra material here and that it seems unnecessary. These are just measurement blocks. They're not actually going to be remaining in the final build. However, technically speaking, all of this material on the ground currently is not going to be remaining in the final build for this iron golem farm. Now I should recommend, or I should point out, not recommend, I should point out that I intend to have this video getting published with the other videos because of reasons, I guess. There is going to be more videos about me building this in the future. I will just need to finish, recording it. Let's see, we've got storage chest, hopper, and a campfire. We need a campfire. Do we have a campfire? I don't think we have a campfire. We don't have the materials for a campfire here, do we? No, it doesn't look like we do. Let me put these back inside of here, as well as the 3 buckets of water. I will make use of those again in the future. Thing is, I just need to return to base with all of this material in my inventory because I have a lot of stuff that I need to pick up. I need to go retrieving vast quantities of material. I feel that it is going to be very effective and very prudent to make use of the fact that I can carry all of this material very easily. And that will allow me to have a valid excuse to run back to base with all of this material on me. I can deposit the ores underground. I can deposit the various mob drops in the mob drop storage, the mob loot storage, which is over by the farms. I can make use of all kinds of different things. One thing I did notice is that cow over there has been spawned in for the last 5 hours. They don't seem to be despawning on these cliffs. All the more reason why I want to bring all of these cliffs down to water level is that the mobs will find it easier to despawn. They will find it easier to clear out of the memory. If they don't clear out of the memory, I can easily just go over and murderize them. It will be very effective for me to go clearing out all of the enemies while making progress on the base. Make sure the pumpkin farm's still working. Yep, up to 22. Okay, now for the water elevator over here. First, let's make sure I have my string deposited. Yep. Now, down I go. Traveling down here. Looks like it's progressing well. Decent progress, yep. Cobblestone deposit. Granite, yep. Then we have the andesite. And then we additionally have the diorite. We can deposit the leather over here. As well as the ores, because that's kind of important. Don't want to lose out on our ore. And we have the gravel over here. Which has a surprisingly robust storage. The next thing we wanted was campfires. Meaning we want to grab the coal out of here. And then we want to craft a campfire. We additionally want 2 storage chests. We do not want the campfire on our hotbar because we don't want to accidentally place it. We want... Actually, 6 storage chests is just as good because this will give us a chance to actually item filter our golem farm. We will want some hoppers as well, therefore we want to grab the iron ingots. Let us make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hoppers. Actually, let's make 9. There we go. We have 9 hoppers. We have plenty of storage chests remaining, plenty of iron remaining. We don't want to carry the hoppers on our hotbar. We additionally will need... Let's see, we've got the water. We need beds. We need a lot of beds. We don't really have any type of wool farm. We don't have a string farm. Yeah, there's a lot of materials that we need. Mostly just beds, though. It's mostly just beds. How is the blast furnace? 22, it's fine. Okay, let's repair our pickaxe while we're here, just to make sure we're good. We don't want to accidentally lose it after all. We will need to move that villager trading hall because it is too close to the surface base location. Which is located approximately, once I sleep, I can show you guys, it is located approximately right over here. the villager trading hall is located here. As you can see, this is way too close to our base for our needs. We need to move it more that way. Probably a lot more that way. If we move it out to 400, we might be in range of anything we do over here at spawn. Actually, it's very likely we will be in range of anything we do over here at spawn. Therefore, we might actually need to move the villager trading hall specifically all the way out to 500, just to make sure that the villager trading hall remains secure as far as having the villagers with the appropriate trades. You can see out here at 400 there's almost nothing, and then at 500 there is still just these plains. It doesn't really have much description out here because, well, there's nothing out here. There is a cave which looks really deep. There's this cave entrance, which actually leads down to that cave. Somewhat. I thought it led down to that cave, but I guess not. You can see that this cave basically just goes really deep. That's not an entry point. That is a trap. Therefore, there's nothing out here to get in the way of our village. I do not think that there is anything in the next 100 blocks in this direction. I don't think there is. Yeah, it looks like it's just a forest. Just a regular forest. Therefore, this is going to be an optimum place for the villager trading hall underground on the rail line. That way it's very easy for us to access it. Otherwise, I would be wanting to split off a rail line at roughly x equals 450, and then just have that rail line surface. But I don't think I want that rail line to surface because I want the villager trading hall to be underground for this one, in order to A, protect them from lightning so that they don't turn into a witch, because that is a thing. B, I additionally want to make sure that my villagers are not going to have issues with zombies spawning in the nearby area and killing them. I don't want skeletons spawning in the nearby area and killing them. Therefore, it's going to be very useful for me to actually move the villager trading hall. Unfortunately, this means I do need to further excavate the area deeper in the mine, because I have to move the villager trading hall from here, where it is excavated, out about 200 blocks that way, because it's too close to spawn otherwise. That's unfortunate, but it will save me a lot of effort in trying to figure out what is going on with the villagers as I set it up. On top of that, it will allow me to more directly influence the build order that everything occurs in, because I won't need to worry about side effects from being too close to the base. Instead, I will very easily have access to all of the materials that I need And then I will have everything I need in order to build up the farm accordingly. Now I want to have 3 storages, one for each type of item. I'm going to want a hopper flowing into each of those storages. I'm going to want a hopper on top of that pointing down into each of those hoppers, and then I'm going to want a hopper across the top, which I need an additional item for here, a temporary block, because I want these hoppers on the end at the top, to be pointing in this direction. I want them to flow across. The reason for that is because these hoppers are going to act as the item filter itself. Or not as the item filter, as the item transport. These hoppers are going to be the item filter. I will need to set up the item filter system for those, but for now, they are all effectively set up properly. Now, I do have the campfire on my hotbar. There is a reason for this. It is because I need to put right there a campfire. That is going to be for the cats. The cats will spawn in this iron golem farm. They will get gathered into that corner, and then they will expire. The various objects which will be making use of comparators and pistons and all that, they will be very easily making use of all kinds of other things. I forgot what I was talking about because I'm sitting here trying to focus on what I'm doing. Let's see. I need to have... Was it this tall? I believe it was. At least raise all of these up by 2. Let's see. I will want, in order to access all of this, I will want to build some stairs. I believe I want to actually make the stairs larger because I want to have this. Cats stand at this height, they can jump up one more, therefore this needs to be just a little bit larger. Okay. Now, the reason why the reason why all of this is getting measured out Actually, I need to test something in a testing world. I shall pause in order to test my theory about iron golems. Give me a moment. Okay. Now this will give you. This is my a copy of my world. I switched over to this world to build this in creative so that I could build the concept, make sure it's functional, make sure it's fine. As you can see, this kill chamber has a lot of fire. I modified the design from the one which Silent Whisperer uses. I don't know why he drops the cat's extra amounts. He never really explained that. I have gone through and adjusted the farm. As you can see, I want the farm two golems in height above ground. However, I actually want this one higher because, as you can see, in order for me to apply a double unloading effect, I need to actually either lower the storage or raise the farm. Therefore, since I already spent all of this time excavating all around all of this farm, I will instead opt to raise the farm. This does mean that I want to actually have the ring of beds up here. I want to have the farm itself be raised by one as well, but you can get the general concept of how I plan to build this farm. I'm trying to basically work out how I want to build it now in order to see how I want this handled later. No, I plan to build this in the survival in order to make sure that the farm actually gets used. I additionally want to ensure that this farm has enough lighting. Therefore, I will make sure to go through with some form of light in order to ensure that the farm has adequate lighting. You may wonder why I plan to have that many hoppers. It's because there is the chance that the hoppers will actually get stuck. If the hoppers do get stuck, then the hoppers will not empty properly. Therefore, if I want to have the proper quantity of items being filtered into the system, I want to make sure that the hoppers do not overflow. Therefore, I expect to need to raise this farm up, which is why I actually built the measurement over here a little bit higher, because I will be raising this up by one. I'll be right back once I've done that. I figured while I was at it, welcome back by the way, I figured out that while I was at it, I might as well see roughly what to expect from trying to move the villager trading hall. As you can see, the villager trading hall is going to be a little bit difficult. The reason for that being that I will need to remove a lot of gravel, a lot of stone. I obviously will need to remove a lot of water since I'm holding a sponge. There's going to be apparently a cave that I find over here.
There's going to be a cave that I can find over here. But for the most part, it seems to just be lava. There seems to be a few diamonds in the area. That's fine. I had actually planned to make use of this section over here, which is good because apparently this section specifically has where is the border for this one? This section specifically has very little in the way of building the villager trading hall. It is a grand total of 4 blocks into that wall, which I don't really expect very many surprises in that span of area, considering the surprises that I would otherwise be expecting. Yeah, there is definitely a notable difference in the amount of resources expected. As you can see, I used a repeating command block to quickly and easily clear out the stone, gravel, and dirt. There was a lot of dirt. There was a little bit of, there was a little bit of dirt. There was a lot of gravel. It's mostly gravel in this area. And there was obviously a lot of stone. If I look in the chat log, you can see I set it to dirt, got some, set it to gravel, got a lot. It definitely will take a little bit more effort to place the villager trading hall into this area. I am curious to know if this lava actually entirely dissipates or if there is more lava down below. I believe there's more lava down below from the looks of it. There appears to be some obsidian over there. Therefore, I don't expect this lava to entirely evaporate. However, I believe it will be interesting to see how it reacts. Okay. From the looks of it, there is a decent amount of resources in this section. Oh, this is a rare find. We found 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 diamonds right there. This is just a copy, so I will still need to actually go into my my world and actually swap out all of this material, but that is perfectly fine. There we go. As you can see, there is very little in this area to provide any form of difficulties. Now, one thing I was struggling to understand as I continued to try building up the Iron Golem farm, apparently when you use a spawn villager spawn egg, the villagers automatically spawn in with a job. This confused me for a little bit. However, it would seem that that is a temporary job. That is not their actual job. Now, I can go over to this spawner over here, and you can see that I have it all set up, complete with the 20 villagers. I only have the one spawn platform, but I have the 20 villagers for maximum efficiency spawning. I believe we should be able to see any moment now. A golem should spawn in. Actually, we might not see a golem spawn in because these guys need to have worked in the past day. However, I'm using the always noon option since I am in creative mode. Therefore, these guys might not actually function. But this is the iron golem farm that I will be wanting. I can go ahead, grab some carved pumpkins here, some iron. Now we can see that this is specifically going to be oh yeah, I removed the hoppers. You can see that this is going to be 1, 2, 3, just over 3 golems in height. On top of that, if I want to spawn in the second platform, if I want to spawn in the second platform, I simply finish adding that golem and one more golem, and then I build at that height. Because I believe it was 1, 2, 3 platform. As far as materials beneath the build, there is not much materials beneath the build here. That is one of the reasons why I used this location. As you can see, there's a lot of gravel, a lot of dirt, some iron, some coal, but mostly it was just stone. There's this stone, there's that stone, there's regular stone, but mostly it's just stone. That is perfectly acceptable, I suppose. I'm not really all that interested in large quantities of stone. This tunnel does go all the way down to, looks like 5, 3? Yeah, goes all the way down to y equals 3, apparently. There is apparently a little bit of difficulty in actually finding one's way out in here. Oh, there's mushrooms down here. Okay. Ah, there we go. Yeah. But yeah, as you can see, this is the basics of the farm that I will be going for. There will be a section for the villagers to stand in. There will be a decent measurement of, of height for the iron golems to spawn in. This is going to be a pretty good build for the iron golem farm. I plan to actually screenshot this if I can. Let's see, can I? There we go. Okay. Now I shall hop back over into my world, where I expect to find that I will be much, much slower. As you can see, I have the copy there, and then I have the regular one. The regular one is still in survival mode. There is no cheats enabled on this world. I am doing this for achievements and whatnot, therefore I want to be able to enjoy my progress. I'm not really making much use of gravel. I'm not exactly struggling to do much, but I am wanting to Well, first off, I am wanting to reclaim a lot of this material because my original plans were not quite fully tested. Therefore, I needed to go into my testing world, which was just a copy of this world, and then just test and see what it was I needed to do for my world here. Well, I suppose since this has Silk Touch, I'll use this. Can I use this? No, same effectiveness. Okay, well, I'll use this with its Silk Touch and hope that that works, because I kind of don't really want to need to build another campfire. I don't think this will work. Did it work? Did I get the campfire back? I did. Cool. Okay, well, that's handy. Okay. Now, I need to actually go about slightly modifying my hopper setup, because I need another 17 hoppers, I believe. 17 more hoppers will allow me to build the item collection section. I will need that. The 17 hoppers will additionally allow me to have a decent item collection area beneath the Iron Golem farm. I want to be able to prevent the system from overflowing. I want to make sure I collect all of the different items. I want to make sure that they are properly funneled into the storage for the farm. And then from there, I can worry about item filters. I can worry about setting up any form of storage, expanding the storage. I can move the items around accordingly, the whole 9 yards. It'll be fine. There will be plenty of progress made. I will want some torches and lanterns and stuff. Therefore, I will go ahead and harvest these pumpkins now. I want to make sure that I have more than enough materials for this build. There will be a decent quantity of materials coming out of this farm. I want to make sure I have everything I need to make this work. The iron axes move a lot faster than the stone axes, I tell you that. I'll tell you that much right now. Like, wow. Boy, do they move a lot faster. It would seem that my shears are on the verge of falling apart, basically. Therefore, I shall take my shears down into the mine down below, since I do need some materials from down there. I need to retrieve my various utensils from down here, basically. On top of that, I need to retrieve just a wee bit of iron. And the reason I need the iron is because I need to repair these shears. These shears are very good shears. I want them to last longer, therefore I repaired them. Now I can go retrieving... Oh, lots more iron, that's right. I needed lots more hoppers. Crafting. Iron. Iron ingots. Then hoppers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I need another... hold on. I need another 8 beneath those. Therefore, craft up another stack of iron ingots. I will end up with something looking like this. I will need more storage chests soon, which means I'm going to need more lumber again, because I'm just kind of going through all of that lumber I have stored up. I understand that this is a little bit unorthodox for my channel. You know, I normally don't go scouting out the area for my builds, but this is a decently important build. I want to make sure this is done right. Go ahead and refill the fuel in the smoker here. Oh my. We've even got a spare amount.